Hi, I am Dr. Peter Leong, one of the OBGYNs here at Loma Linda Health. Congratulations on your pregnancy. I hope things are going well. As the pregnancy progresses, I know there are a lot of questions that can come to mind. And perhaps one of the biggest questions you may have is the delivery and what is the best choice for my baby and myself. Today, I'm going to spend a couple of minutes to go over different options and why you may choose one form of delivery versus the other. Ideally, a vaginal delivery is the best choice, both for baby and as well as for mom. And vaginal delivery can typically be accomplished two ways, either through spontaneous labor or after an induction. Vaginal delivery is typically thought of as the most natural way to deliver your baby, with both benefits to yourself as well as for the baby. Recovery is typically faster and easier after a spontaneous birth. Also, the transition from outside to inside for baby is also easier and more natural. We will do our best to accomplish a vaginal delivery and ensure that you sail through this smoothly and safely. Now, sometimes, despite our best efforts, a cesarean section may be needed. And a C-section is a different form of delivery that requires surgery. Sometimes we would know that a C-section is needed before you go into labor, while other times a C-section may not be known until after you've gone into labor. Now, some reasons why a C-section would be needed early on could include problems with the baby, things like birth defects or certain types of fetal anomalies, or it could be due to the placenta if it's in the way that prevents safe delivery naturally, or it could be due to the baby's position. If baby is not head down and in a breech position, a cesarean section may be needed. Now, of course, a C-section, the decision to have a C-section would be one that you make with your OBGYN, and we are happy to discuss with you if that is needed. Now, during labor, sometimes a cesarean section may be needed and we might have to switch course. And some common reasons can include fetal distress, so baby may not tolerate the labor and is showing signs of heart rate abnormalities that could be concerning. Also, another potential reason for a cesarean section would include labor arrest. So if the labor progress is stalled out, and despite our best efforts, we're unable to continue the labor, a C-section may be needed at that time. Also, a C-section may be needed if there is any concerns during the pushing where the baby is not coming. Now, again, of course, before the decision to do a cesarean section, we will have a discussion so that you can understand the reason why that is recommended. If a cesarean section is recommended, rest assured that you'll be taken care of by an excellent team of OBGYNs, anesthesiologists, as well as pediatricians to ensure the safety of both your health as well as your baby's health. Now, for moms that have had a cesarean section before in the past and is considering a trial of labor or a VBAC, this is a service that we can provide here at Loma Linda, and that might be a choice that you decide. The decision to undergo a VBAC would be discussed with your OBGYN to come up with the best decision. Now, there are some benefits to the VBAC that might make it advantageous for both you and your baby. For one, the recovery after a successful VBAC is typically easier and less painful compared to having another cesarean section. Likely you will be back on your feet and enjoying time with your newborn much quicker if you're able to deliver vaginally compared to recovering from a C-section. Secondly, if we are able to avoid additional C-sections, it decreases surgical risk for future pregnancies, as well as risks associated with the placenta that can happen if you end up having to have multiple C-sections down the road. So if a VBAC is a possibility, please have a conversation with your OBGYN and see if that is appropriate and see if that is a safe option for you. After giving birth, you can start bonding with your baby immediately. Here in Loma Linda, we try to maximize that golden hour by minimizing interruptions to the bonding with you and your baby. We also encourage skin to skin, where that direct contact can help with the bonding. We also encourage and promote breastfeeding and can offer assistance if you're having any difficulties. Hopefully, I was able to answer some of your questions surrounding your delivery. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us and we can help make the rest of your labor and your delivery experience as smooth as possible.